Hey guys, Todd here. Today we're going to install the cargo manager from Roll-N-Lock on the 2019 new body style GMC Sierra. Now this is the same installation for most applications, but one thing you want to make sure of is you have to first have a Roll-N-Lock cover already installed. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so the first thing that we want to do is locate our Roll-N-Lock cargo manager rails so that we can attach them to our Roll-N-Lock cover rails. Now, you want to make sure you got the right rail on the right side. So this right here is the passenger side rail. You're going to see this silver hook that's hanging out. It's going to face towards the tailgate. Also, there's a little peg down here, faces towards the tailgate. You're going to have some round holes that face to the top and some square holes that face towards the bottom. Okay, now what you're going to notice is the round holes on the cargo manager rail will line up to round holes that are on the rail that's on the cover already. So we're going to take a machine screw, run it through, and then line that up to the rearmost hole closest to the rear clamp. All right, now from behind the rail, we're going to use our cargo nut and use a Phillips head screwdriver to get that started into the cargo nut. Don't tighten it down just yet. Okay, now we want to locate the last hole on the rail before we get to the canister. Take another machine screw, put that through. And get that started into another cargo nut. All right, now using another machine screw and cargo nut, we're going to find two more locations evenly spaced along the rail and fasten those together. All right, now that all four fasteners are started, we can go ahead and snug them down and repeat the same steps on the opposite side. Okay, now we can go ahead and assemble our cargo manager. I'm going to start with this right side first. So we've got the right side tram plate and tram plate stem. That stem is going to line up to a notch that's sticking out the back side of the tram plate and also line up to a hole. Now with that stem, we've got one side that's threaded and another side that is not. We're using our threaded side. The open end wants to be facing down. So once we've got that lined up, we're going to go ahead and take our Torx bolt with a star washer and run that into our tram plate stem, and then we're going to tighten that down using our provided Torx wrench. All right, now for the left side, we're going to do the same thing we did on the right side. Take the left side tram plate stem, and assemble that together just like we did the last one. Okay, so here is the driver's side of the cargo manager gate, and we've also got this tram plate stem sticking out of the tram plate here. Note real quick, we do have a little hole in the side of that stem. What we're going to do is insert the tram plate stem into the cargo manager and just slide it together. Then we can go ahead and turn the cargo manager to the side, and we'll notice we've got a little hole in the cargo manager. It's going to line up to the hole in the tram plate stem. Next, we're going to use a small screw with a Phillips head screwdriver and fasten them together through that hole. You want to fasten it, but don't over tighten it. All right, next we have a gusset bracket that is going to line up to our cargo manager here. And these holes in the gusset bracket are going to line up to these holes in the tram plate. Let's go ahead and get those lined up. Next, we're going to take our Durlin wheel and attach our shoulder bolt through that. Now this is a very tight fit, so you actually might need to use the included Allen wrench to actually screw it into the powder coating. And then you'll also be supplied with a nylock nut that goes on the back side of that. Hold that nylock nut still with a 7/16 and then go ahead and tighten it down. This Allen wrench is included in your kit. Now for this hole, we'll also have a machine screw that's supplied. Again, that might be a very tight fit because of the powder coating. I did not have to use a screwdriver to push it through. On the other side, we have a lock washer and also a nut. And we're going to use a Phillips head screwdriver to tighten that down. Okay, now for the passenger side, we're going to go ahead and insert our passenger side tram plate assembly. Now we can go ahead and take it to our rails. Okay, now before we insert our cargo manager into the rails, on each side we have a stop pin that needs to be pushed in. I've already pushed in the stop pin on the opposite side, so now I can go ahead and rotate the cargo manager like so, lift the wheel up, and get the wheel started into the track. Once I get it started into the track on both sides, I can go ahead and rotate the cargo manager around so the other wheel can get into the track. Now before that wheel goes into the track, we need to squeeze these two together so that the wheel can go in, and then it's going to latch in place. Okay, now the cargo manager can be latched in positions in multiple places along the rail. All you have to do, squeeze the two levers together and start moving it. Now, if you let go and roll it, it's going to automatically latch in the next position you get to. Of course, you can hold it and move it around anywhere you want on the rails. Now, if you want to go into the storage up position, all you do is you push in on the stop pins on either side, pull the levers, rotate it around, and then these hooks are designed to hold on to a peg coming out the backside of the bracket. Once it's resting the hooks, it can ride just like that. You can close the cover, have stuff riding underneath the cargo manager, and it's up and out of the way. Well, that concludes the installation. If you have any questions, call the experts or visit us online.